Hi, I'm Guillermo, senior video producer for CHOW. Today I'm in New York City's Nomad neighborhood. I'm visiting Pondicheri. I've been hearing a lot about this new superfood called Moringa. They have an amazing Moringa ice cream here. I'm gonna learn how to make it. Come on. I'm with Ajna. She's running her mom's restaurant here in New York City.
Well, we had a restaurant since I was about 13, so I have been working at a very young age.
You grew up in a kitchen, basically.
Yes. My punishments were like, hey, cut a box of okra.
Moringa. I've been reading about it a lot. Reason why I came here to learn about this today. I know that it's not a new ingredient. I know that it has been consumed and used by people in Southeast Asia for a long time. How did it end up in your menu?
Like you said, everyone else is using it across the world. We're just really late here in America. I was walking around New York a lot and I saw matcha everywhere. And I think matcha's wonderful, and I remember calling my mom being like, doesn't India have something like this? Like, India has something for everything. And she goes, you know, there is something called Moringa that I used to have as a child. I'm like, what is it? She's like, it's green. I'm like, great. What's amazing about Moringa is it comes from the miracle tree, and it has so many health benefits.
People have been studying this for like decades. Like, they know.
And it's Indian.
Yeah.
The Americans come up with a new health thing every week. Go back to the Asian countries or the, South American countries. Go check them out. Also has no caffeine, which I like, because sometimes I don't always feel like you need caffeine to wake up or in a drink or all that.
And that's a good difference with matcha, right?
Yes.
Green tea's great, a great antioxidant and stuff, but it has the caffeine. It'll make you cracky, no matter what. I know the Moringa is pretty much you eat the whole tree, right?
Yes.
And people use it for different things, even for like healing wounds and stuff.
Yes.
When it's used for food in India, say, what's the traditional way of using it?
So there's a Moringa stick that people use to cook with. What I've done though is I've been like, oh, ice cream, Moringa, American, and I've put that together, which is something I don't think they do in India.
So let's get to it, I think.
Okay, great, yeah. So the first step is we are going to boil coconut milk, mint leaves, and lime zest. Okay, so I want to introduce you to Carolina. She's our miracle worker, and we couldn't do any of this without her. While that is simmering, we are going to mix our egg yolks, sugar, and salt. And then we are going to combine the two. Once the coconut milk, mint leaves, and the lime zest have all boiled, we strain it.
So why do you add a little bit of coconut milk before you add the eggs to the mixture?
We add that so that we don't bake the eggs.
To temper it.
And the very last element is our avocado paste with Moringa.
How is that made?
We cut up avocado and we put Moringa and we just blend it together.
That's it.
Super simple. Then we'll use a hand blender.
So what you guys are doing here is sort of first temperature shock before you put it in the fridge. Okay.
We cool it for 8+ hours. Then to the churning.
Were you guys always using this White Mountain ice cream maker?
Yes, White Mountain ice cream maker. We've used that for so long, and it lasts an amazing amount.
Home cooks can actually get like smaller versions of this.
Also, this is a good amount if you had a family too, and you want to do a nice batch. It's like buying 1.5 gallons or so of ice cream.
Yeah, make it a thing that you make with your kids or something.
Yeah.
So cool looking.
Yeah, I would tell everyone to buy this. And then to the freezer. Then to the scooping, and then to the rolling.
So very ready to do it. Look at that.
It looks perfect.
Look at this. Right? I'm proud of myself. Your mom runs the restaurant in Houston, right?
Yes. We were thinking what should be our second location. And then I told my mom, I'm like, I'm living in New York. Hello.
Why not here, right?
Exactly. So we are open every day for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And our menu lives on the idea of balance, meaning that you should have something healthy and also something not healthy. I feel like there's nothing wrong with having a martini with a salad, right?
In terms of what you do with Indian cuisine, a lot of these dishes are sort of like reinterpretations or modern versions of things.
Yes. I would say our philosophy is contemporary Indian cuisine. So it's bringing Indian dishes and saying, here are the traditional flavors, but this is the way I want to eat it.
Okay.
right? So it's taking some things that we love from American cuisine and love from Indian cuisine and really putting them together in a good way. And I don't want to call it fusion because I don't feel like there's different.
I hate the word fusion.
Thank you. Me too. Someone says fusion, I like cringe on the inside. I'm like, no, no, it's contemporary. So it's really trying to tell people that you can have Indian food every day, and those spices are so good for you. And every single thing we make is made in-house. Like the bread you have, all the sauces, nothing we buy.
Carolina's a cone expert also, right?
Such a cone expert. I remember telling her, I want to make cones, but I don't want to buy machines because I don't want them all to look the same. She's like, don't worry.
I mean, that makes it better because your whole process is so artisanal. So you know that everything is unique. What's in the dough? If somebody wanted to try to do this at home.
So they would need egg whites, bread flour, sugar, and some moringa.
What are the little details and texture that we're seeing here?
I love edible flowers. I think that whatever you eat should be beautiful too. Yes. So we have edible flowers. We've taken the petals and put them on here, and we have poppy seeds.
Nice.
White and black. And poppy seeds are a huge part of Indian food. They're pretty much in so many curries, you just don't even know. So the trick with this dough is to use it while it's cold and not while it's room temperature because it gets very sticky. It's the same way if you're scooping cookies. It's really hard to roll. This was once again miracle worker Carolina's idea. So what she did is in order to make sure they're all close to the same size, is she brought a tortilla maker from home.
Oh, that's a perfect kitchen hack.
It is like the smartest thing to do.
Your rounds flattened.
Yes.
Refrigerated?
Refrigerated, and then what we do is we take out these, we'll put one sheet pan in the oven. That's when we have our molds ready and Carolina with her gloves ready to go. So she will put one of her molds in there, and once these are baked to temperature, she molds it around. She took a pastry bag and filled it.
That's another kitchen hack right there.
I know, like you don't need everything you think you need. You could do so much at home.
It's a pastry bag filled with flour?
Yeah, we actually have it with semolina.
There you go.
Anything you want.
So anything that would make it hard enough to hold its shape.
Exactly.
I am not gonna be able to do this, but I will try my best. Flip, flip. Got it. Side first. Oh, shoot. Okay. Ooh, I don't think I did this right. Okay. I didn't do that bad. It's not as pretty as Carolina's, but we finished our cones.
You did.
They're works of art. I
They
feel
are.
bad almost tasting them, but
Please do.
we have to do it. All right.
Okay.
The most exciting part of this. Should I just
Yes, go
bite
for
into
it.
it?
Please, go for it. Go for it. Go for it.
This is delicious. The textures are amazing. Like that complements the flavor of the ice cream so well.
Yeah.
Yeah, the cone is almost like a crepe.
I know, it is. That's a better way of saying it. I call it a wizard's hat.
It is like a wizard's hat in crepe form. Thank you so much for showing me this.
Of course, thanks
Love
for
it.
coming.
So
Yes.
it's like not only beautiful, it's healthy.
Yes.
It's gonna help you if you have any type of ailments. What else is moringa good for?
It's good for anything.
Everything.
Any problem.
It's
you
a miracle
have.
tree.
Yeah. Just natural.
I keep eating them.
Yep.